Welcome everyone. Today will be a short review of some figures that I bought from AmiAmi, as well as like two things that I bought separately and that I also want to review. But for the most part, this will be a review on the figures. So first off, I have this AmiAmi card. They send one every month with new artwork, and there's always one included in your order. This is the Christmas one. I've had this box for a while and I just haven't gotten around to filming. The first thing in here is, I believe, a clear file for Hetalia. Yes, so they send clear files in cardboard, which is great. So they are nice and protected. And here is the clear file. It's so cute. I'm so happy there's new artwork created for Hetalia merchandise. I'm sick of seeing the same 5 anime artwork for each character, and this was 400 yen, which is not bad at all. Clear files tend to be really cheap. Before I get to the figures, I have this art book that I bought from Amazon, actually. At first I was going to buy this straight from Japan, but Amazon actually has it pretty cheap for maybe $15. D.Gray-Man was a series that I read a lot when I was, I want to say late middle school to high school. It stopped publishing for a while because the author had some medical issues as well as other issues, I guess the only way to describe them. So now they don't really publish the manga that much anymore. I think they release 1 chapter per month versus the 1 chapter per week. And the fan base for it kind of died down, so I have not heard much from this series in a while. But it's still one of my favorites. I like the artwork in it a lot. So this is the author Katsura Hoshino's art book. Not sure how to pronounce that. Noche? But anyway, it's a really cool art book. It has all those sketches in the front, and there's a couple, it's not just this poster. And it extends all the way down, but I really like the artwork. It's going to be a little awkward, but I'll try my best. I'm not going to flip through the whole thing, but I'll just give y'all a brief glimpse if you've never heard of this series. So it's about demons and whatnot. There's a lot of religious imagery in it. I had to cut there to change the battery, so some time has passed, and I apologize if you can hear my neighbor's loud music. But anyway, so this series has a lot of religious symbolism. You don't really have to be religious to get it. It's just kind of standard decorative things, and a lot of the demon lore is based on, you know, religion and whatnot. But for the most part, it has its own mythology, and I think it's a really nice series. So yeah, I'm really happy to get this book. I think there's some like notes on the back about the creation of the series, some process, imagery, and things like that. So I'm really happy to have this, and I'm so glad it was so cheap. So there's that. Now let's get to the actual video that I meant to film. So Good Smile Company, which are the creators of the Nendoroid figure line, have recently come out with these, what are they called? I don't think they have a real specific name for them. They are just the kind of Nendoroid dolls. They have the same kind of head shape and type of hands and things like that. The only difference is they have a much longer body. So you're able to pose them similar to the Coupoche dolls, if you've ever seen those. So I got both of them. I mainly wanted to use these to put different heads on them. I don't really care for the original characters, although Ria looks pretty cute. But I bought these in hopes of putting the heads of some of my other Nendoroids that I own onto the bodies, which I have seen been done, because these have been released for a little bit now. And I've seen that done by other collectors. So other than the clothing and the ponytail on the girl, I think they both come with the same more or less parts. And that's one interesting thing that I thought was neat about these, is that, like the Coupoche, I think is what they're called, dolls, you can put, or they're encouraging for you to put fabric clothing on these instead of having to buy all those Nendoroid parts for outfits. So if you're a doll collector and you like to make doll clothing, these would be really cute to have. And if you already own a bunch of Nendoroid dolls, then that's just an excuse to make more doll clothing. That is what it comes with. It's just instructions and then a list of what the figure is supposed to have. Sorry, I have something in the back of my throat, and it's making me sound weird. So if you were not aware, the new Nendoroid boxes are actually smaller. The previous ones were slightly bigger than this and a lot more square, but they're trying to downsize the size of the boxes. I think in some cases that means that certain Nendoroids will not have a lot of parts, which I think is kind of a bummer because you're basically paying the same as one that has a lot more parts. But I do like the size of the new boxes. They're a lot more compact, easier to store, and it's no different with these dolls. Okay. So like regular Nendoroids, oh, that's cute. So this has a mirror base instead of the standard base. And then here are, oh, that's cute. It comes with little shoes. So these are kind of like a Nendoroid and doll hybrid. They have the removable parts in the arms and the faces, but like regular dolls, they come with shoes that you can take on and off on their feet. Okay, so there's Rio. He has some plastic on his face. Let me take that out. So it's basically like the Nendoroid face and head shape with the ability to have a longer body so that you can pose them a lot more. The shoes look really cute. And then it also comes with the base pieces, which I am noticing are like the coupoche in which they are magnetic. So instead of sticking a peg into the base, you have this little magnet that just kind of sticks on there. And then there's a lot of other parts here that I might have to, oh, I see. So these claws on the bases, they give you a couple more. So that's neat. And you stick this peg into the magnet, and that's how it goes. So I did take his shorts off, and under all the clothing, it's just a standard naked figure body. They can do a pretty high kick. The back kick does not go very far, but the arm, or at least the shoulder, can rotate all the way around. It's just the clothing that's preventing me from doing that. Right now, my only concern is that I did own one doll that was kind of like a figure doll hybrid, similar to this. It was just much bigger. Maybe it was the age of that particular doll, but eventually what happened is that the black clothing on it started staining the figure parts. So I do have concerns about that. I'm hoping that Good Smile did take that into account and put some kind of coating on the figures. But yeah, other than that, this is a pretty nice doll. I actually really like it. It's really cute. I think I like it more than the coupoche. The proportions seem a lot cuter than the coupoche dolls to me. I think it's just that the limbs are thinner. In the coupoche dolls, they seemed a bit thicker, so with the really round head and those chubby limbs, it looked a little weird to me, but I think these are really cute. So he does come with the claw base as well as one where you can stick in his back. And I like that. I like that they give you that option. Personally, I think the one that sticks to his back is a lot more sturdy. And you are able to put both of them onto this magnet that goes on the base. The sizes are a little skewed because I have Japan with his sitting down legs, but here's the difference. I think the heads are more or less the same size. The doll seems to be a little bit bigger, but for the most part, they are interchangeable. I mean, if I took this head of Rio off and put it on a regular Nendoroid body, I don't think you would really see much of a difference. So let's do that now. So there is Rio on Japan's body, perfectly interchangeable, no hassle. And now let's put Japan's head on Rio's body. Okay, that did give me a little, oh my god, that looks so cute. Look at Kiku. I love this. It's so cute. And then the hands that he comes with seem to be just not holding hands, but just kind of expression hands, like the two fingers up and the waving hand. So now I'm going to open up Emily, just for the sake of this review. I'm really curious about her dress. She comes with a similar pamphlet, and I think she comes with more or less the same amount of stuff. So there she is, her shoes, her hands. I really love her dress. It's really cute. Unlike the boy, she actually does have underwear, which is good. No problem with that. I just thought it funny that they gave her underwear but not the guy. There are some minor differences in the fabric for her. The fabric on it is kind of just standard doll fabric. It's very matte, rough. It's not very elastic other than for the socks, which are I think cotton. This one, however, her socks have a more spandex feel to them. They're a lot more stretchy, a little thicker. I think she has this frill on the bottom of her skirt in addition to the underwear. But the shirt and the skirt material are the same as the top pieces with the boy. She has Velcro on her skirt, whereas the boy did not, which I thought was weird. So it was kind of awkward taking his shorts off and then the pain of putting them back on. I think she has the same movements as the guy. Yep, 360-degree turn. These dolls are very interesting. They don't have a ball joint. They have that, which is, if you pop this off, it's a peg that goes into the other piece. The arms, the hands, I think, cannot rotate. They're just stationary. But the elbow can bend in right angles, although not 360. She can do the same high kick as the boy. Around the same as the back kick. And then they can turn that way. Although I wouldn't do that too much because I did manage to pop the knee off on the boy when I did that. Now here's something interesting. I mentioned before about the fabric staining. They did put plastic on her socks, which makes me think they know that staining is a possibility and they put that there to prevent it, at least until it got to you. After you take that plastic off, it's probably going to be counted as your responsibility if it stains. So her bow is attached to her head. It's only her hair or her ponytail that turns all the way around and pops off. Now, because I only have Japan over here, he's really the only Nendoroid other than Gigi that I have. I don't have any girl Nendoroids, but there is Japan in her dress. I think that's really cute. And to be quite honest, I don't really see much of a difference in the bodies. I think Emily's is a little thicker on the thighs. Her arms seem to be the same as the boys. The thighs are really the only difference I can see in the limbs. So if you were to put this dress on the boy, I don't think you could really tell the difference, which is why I think I'm going to sell Emily off. I don't really feel like I need both of them. The bodies are more or less the same kind. You would only really be able to tell if skin-tight outfits were made for them, but in the dress you can't really tell. They're not very form-fitting clothing. Really cute though. And there we have the new Good Small dolls. They already have one that's releasing that I kind of really want because it's Mad Hatter themed. And he looks really, really cute. I might go ahead and buy him. But I think for these, I'm probably only going to keep one. I think they're a great idea and a great alternative to regular Nendoroids. I have to wonder how they're going to continue this line. I'm sure they'll have to release some clothing and stuff that fits, because from what I can see, I don't think these would really fit to any other standard doll sizes, especially since these require the hole in the back of their shirts for the base peg to go through. Other than the staining issue, I don't really have many problems with them. They're super cute. I'm definitely going to use the boy body to display some of my Nendoroids in different outfits. It's a really good excuse for me to try and start making doll clothing. Something else that I forgot to mention that I'm just noticing now as I'm packing them up is that they actually have magnets on the shoes. Hopefully you can see that. See it on the mirror. They have magnets on the bottom of their shoes, so you can actually put them on the base directly, which is super cool because that means they're almost exactly like the Couposh dolls. So I guess those Couposh dolls were the main inspiration for these dolls, which is really cool. So now if you were wondering if you wanted to invest in the Couposh or the Nendoroids, I think the Nendoroids would probably be the better option now, since they have a lot more variety with a lot of parts already floating around, whereas the Couposh has a limited selection. And that is it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, look in the description for links to these products. Hopefully they're still available. I'm really impressed with the dolls, and I absolutely love the art book and the clear file. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.